Hello, hello, hello. This is Homespun again, or you can call me Bobby if you want to. I'm not afraid to say my name. And you can also call me Nanny. Just depends on your mood, I guess. If you're mad at me, you can call me Bobby Jean. How's that sound? I'm feeling a little bit better today than I have been this whole week, and I'm cutting up some onion right now, so if I start crying, that's why. Okay? So, anywho, so it's been kind of a busy morning for me. I've got dinner going right now in one of these ninja cooking system crock pot thingies, whatever you want to call them. What do you call it? It's not corned beef. I forgot what the meat is called. Lord, my husband bought this stuff and it's like in a 50-pound chunk. And you got to take the whole thing. I swear, it's that big around. It's huge. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, I don't know if you... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you ready? Look at that. Look at that. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. Well, I can tell you this much. I can tell you this much. The grandbabies aren't going to like it. So, what I'm doing is I'm cutting up some onion. I'm going to put me some onion up in there. This onion's kind of pithy. Ew. How do onions get pithy? Ugh. It's been sitting a little while, I guess. Hold up. I know you can't see me. Let me rinse this off. I've been known to cut off my fingers when I'm not paying attention. I'm not the best cook in the whole wide world, but I do try. Okay. So, anywho, it's been a busy morning. I'm still sad about my friend, of course. And every now and again, I'll start crying a little bit here and there, but what can I say? What can I do? I can't bring my sweet friend back. I can only just love her in my heart. Ooh, this onion's died and went to HE double hockey sticks. Yeah, this one's bad. So anywho, I wish my camera could move around with me a little bit, but it can't. I'm doing this on my Kindle because I want to see how this turns out. But anywho, it's been a busy morning. And I had to take my granddaughter to go get her braces taken off this morning. It took quite a while, too. Her appointment was at 9:30. And, you know, I didn't think it would take that long. But it did take a little while. I mean, I went through 3 People magazines and went on the internet and drank 2 cups of coffee and ate a few chocolate cookies that they had available for... really, I guess it's for the kids as far as cookies, but I went ahead and snatched a couple because, you know, I hadn't had breakfast. But it took a while. But when I went to go get her at school, okay, there's a sign, because, you know, everything is secure now, you know, because of all the craziness in our world that's going on, people killing each other, and kids bringing guns to school, and weird people coming up to the school and shooting kids, and all this haphazard stuff that happens. So you have to go and press the button to be admitted into the school, which is where I was at to go pick up my granddaughter, right? So I come walking up, and there's a lot of history with me and my husband living here in this county. And one of the things I noticed as I was walking up, which is irrelevant to what I'm about to tell you, but I'll go ahead and talk to you anyway, because this is where my mind goes. Maybe you'll appreciate being, you know, a part of my little corner of the world, so to speak. But there was a lady that used to volunteer there. Her name was Debbie Stoll, and she was actually sad enough to say, I mean, I'm not going to bring up what happened, but she passed, and they have a little memorial there, and I recognize the memorial really needs some attention. They have you know, everything here in this area is about the beach and the dolphins and the turtles and all that because of living on the East Coast near the Atlantic Beach and everything. So she had one of those metal things wedged into the ground next to her little cornerstone that has her name on it in memory of Debbie Stoll, S-T-U-L. is her name. I don't mind saying her name. Y'all probably don't know her anyway, but she's been gone for quite a number of years. But anywho, it needs attention because the little thing that they have in the ground is rusted and decrepit. Somebody needs to, you know, honor her memory a little bit better than that. But you know, life goes on and time moves on and people come and people go. And you know, I don't know how many people that are employed at that school even remember her. So anyway, that's one of the things I noticed when I walked up. But the second thing I noticed was my daughter says, well, Mama, when you go pick up Nevaeh, you have to show your driver's license or some kind of ID. And I said, okay, no problem. So I walk up to the school, notice that little memorial, and then I see a sign on the side. And my husband owns a sign business, okay? And of course, I do like to read, so I read words literally. I take things literally. Sometimes I don't think outside the box. So it said, welcome, visitor. And it said something like, press this button, which is like an intercom system that leads into the office, and we will ask you some pertinent questions for the security of the student that you're trying to see or whatever. So I ring the little button and I say, hello, hello. And I hear this crackly, I'm like, okay. And it sounds like she's talking to somebody behind her shoulder, like the intercom turned on and I can hear the content of the conversation that's going on in the office. But to me, all I can hear is, you know. And I'm like, hello, hello, hello. And so I ring the thing again. And I hear a buzzing sound. Well, evidently the first time I said, hello. And I stood there waiting for her to ask me these security questions, which she never did. And evidently she told me I could come in, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. So I kept standing there waiting for her to ask me these pertinent questions. She never did. So the second time I pressed the button and said, hello, the door beeped. I could hear it that time. So I went in and I stood at the desk. She says, well, I told you you could come in. I opened the door for you. And I said, yeah, but I read the sign, and the sign said for me to stand there and answer security questions. And so I was standing there waiting for you to ask me the security questions so I could pick up my granddaughter. Is this a school? Am I at school? Are you sure I'm at school? Because that's what the sign said. So she just looked at me, got up, and proceeded to show me what to do on the computer, blah, 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 blah. We left, me and my darling granddaughter. So anywho, I'm like, what? There's so much crazy stuff going on in the world. I mean, they put the security questions up there for a reason. Why don't they utilize it? Well, I can assure you this morning, when I left house to take this little girl to the dentist, orthodontist, or whatever, I was not feeling too good. And I'm going to tell you why I wasn't feeling too good. Hold up. Just stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Give me a second. While I'm gone, you can look around my kitchen and see what a mess everything is. But I'll be right back. Looky here what I got. I got me Kaydayn. Now I want you to see this little chunky monkey. I don't know how good y'all can see me. Sorry for having to move the camera. But this chunky monkey right here kept me up all night long. And it's a miracle that she is even sucking on this binky right now, because this little thing has been cutting teeth and she is miserable. I mean miserable. Isn't that right, sweetheart? She has not. This is the quietest and calmest she has been since last night. Let me show you her cute little slippers. Look, let's see if you can fancy little bunny slippers. Yep, this is my big girl, Kaydayn. I'm sorry, Jaden. Kaydayn is her twin sister. This is Jaden. Jaden, are you going to smile for your friends? Can you say hello? You don't want to smile for Mommy today? She is not feeling good. I had to give her a little bit of Tylenol last night, and she woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning, and she fussed and she fretted, and she was so restless, she just would not settle down. And I know it's because her gums hurt. She's getting to be such a big girl, and she's trying to cut that first little tooth. My goodness, yeah, baby. I love her so much, her and her sissy. And I wondered why they were playing yesterday, her and her sister Kaydayn. And she was being so ornery and snatching up her little toys and grabbing at her little face and just doing all this mean stuff. Just being so mean. I don't understand. But I gave her some Tylenol and I kind of rocked her down a little bit, and she finally settled down. And I put this stuff on it, which I have to highly recommend. It's called Herein. You can buy it online. All you need is a pin drop, and you put it on their gum, and as soon as you put it on, it's a topical anesthetic, and it'll make it feel better right away. If nothing else, just long enough to get them over the hump, so they don't keep on fussing and carrying on. Just long enough so you can kind of get them settled down, because she was so exhausted. She was cranky all day yesterday, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized when she loves her binky. Now, she loves her binky. And so she kept spitting her binky out last night. I realized what was wrong. And luckily, she didn't have a little fever to go with it. So, Mama loves her girl. Yes, she does. Isn't she beautiful? All right. Mama's going to put you back now, okay? Yeah. She might cry. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm going to go lay her down. But this is why I'm tired today, because this little thing kept me up all night long. I'll be right back. Okay. Ooh, luckily for me, she didn't start fussing. She didn't start complaining. Whew, I tell you what, she's a pistol. Now, her little sister, Kaydayn, is nothing like her. Nothing. They look alike, but Sissy is Caucasian, and she's AA. But Sissy is so laid back, and just nothing seems to bother her. She could care less. But I'm going to tell you what, that little thing, Jaden, right there, oh, she is full of vinegar. There ain't a whole lot about her that's sweet right now with those teeth trying to come in. So, but anyhow, so I was just trying to figure out this morning, why do the school system put up security measures, but they don't follow through? In North Carolina, in this particular area, we are so unsuspecting of what could happen. We're so unsuspecting. I mean, we assume everybody's our friend around here or something. Like I said, I went up there and pressed the buzzer, and I kept waiting for the lady to ask me the security question. She never did. I mean, I do own a gun, and I say that not to brag, but the thing is, it's a pistol, and for all she knows, I could be some crazy fool coming up in there wanting to kill everybody or something. I mean, I don't know. Why do they impose these rules and they're not going to follow them? Doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why I worry about my grandkids. I guess I'm just getting old, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I mean, maybe y'all have a story you can share with me, but I've seen online too where some of these kids get lost at school, or they miss the bus and they get stranded. I mean, what is this world coming to? Oh well, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because this is just a trial thing. But I'll get back up with y'all later and let you know how the baby's doing, and if she ends up spiking a fever. If she spikes a fever, she's going to the pediatrician. That's all there is to it. Because that kid right there is feisty, and there's nothing that brings her down. But since yesterday, she has been miserable. So Y'all say a prayer for me because I'm going to need it, because she is something else. Love her. She's one of my favorite babies of all the little ones that I've got, but boy, is she a challenge. So in the meantime, I appreciate everybody, and y'all have a good day, okay? Thanks for stopping in. Bye.